Hi everybody, James from Backscatter here, and we are back diving again, testing out the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, but this time shooting video. So we just wrapped up our dive here at Breakwater with our Sea Dog friends. For this dive, I was using the Canon 24-50mm lens along with the Nauticam WLB. I was shooting in 4K 60 so I can slow down some of my footage. And also, I was just shooting with ambient light, so I was performing a custom white balance with this video camera, which we'll talk about in a little bit more detail later on. But for now, let's go and check out some of the footage. So overall, I had a great experience shooting with the Canon EOS R5 Mark II underwater for video, but let's talk about some of its features. First off, autofocus. Now, when it comes to video underwater, I am usually shooting in manual, but as new camera systems are coming out and autofocus is improving, I thought I'll give it a shot with this camera. I was pleasantly surprised by how well the autofocus did work. I did have on the subject recognition for animals, and the camera was able to pick out my subjects underwater and keep them in focus. There were a few instances where the camera and lens would actually hunt a little bit, but overall, I was very impressed. Moving on to color performance, Canon has always been known as the king when it comes to ambient white balance underwater, and it still stays the same with the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. The color looks great. To be able to perform a custom white balance, there is a few extra steps that you need to do with this camera to do that. So you do need to switch over to photo mode first and take a correctly exposed image, either of a gray card, a white slate, or the palm of my hand. And then once you've taken that photo, then you can switch back over to video mode, and then from the menu, select that photo as your white balance. A nice thing about the R5 Mark II though is it does have 5 white balance banks compared to the original R5, which only had 1. So that's very useful where you can actually set and save those custom white balances for your different depths. So a quick nerd alert for the people that are interested in C-Log 2. I did shoot just a couple of clips in C-Log 2 to see how it would do. Now, this does take a lot more time in post-processing if you are going to use this log mode. I just quickly put on a quick conversion LUT to turn it back into a Rec 709. And the colors look good, but majority of the time, I'm going to use just a standard picture profile as the colors look so great straight out of camera. A few other things to mention: I didn't have any overheating issues when shooting video with this camera. I had a good 70-minute dive and shooting a lot of video, and I didn't have any warnings come up shooting in 4K 60. So that was our first look at the video abilities of the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. Stay tuned for our full in-depth review coming very soon. I'm James from Backscatter, signing off. See you on the next one.